Some grooves have made such a huge impact on the drumming community as a whole, as well as on music as a whole, that they need to be learned really by every drummer that picks up the sticks. And the King Kong beat is one of those. Now, others are the Amen groove, which we've gone over here, and the Funky Drummer. Those are just kind of grooves and things that all drummers really should know about, know a little bit of the history of them. Now, the King Kong beat is a beat that was, some say named by Jim Payne, but you hear David Garibaldi talk a lot about it, and I actually had forgotten about this particular groove, or had forgotten that I worked through it way back in the day until I got an email from a student. They were asking about it, and I thought, could you give me some context? Because just out of the blue, get an email and says, what's the King Kong groove? And I'm like, what's it? I don't know what. And then I sit there and I go, wait a minute, I remember that's the groove that Garibaldi was talking. So I dug back through some things and found it, and it reopened a whole wealth of knowledge that I had hacked through way back in the day when I was first learning the drums. Now, this was first played, or as far as I know, was first played by a drummer named Pete DePoe, and it was on the self-titled album by the band Redbone. You can look up that album on YouTube and hear clips of him playing it. Now, it's pretty simple, but it's known as one of the funkiest grooves, and Garibaldi says he based a lot of what he learned in his style off of taking that and reworking this King Kong beat. So what is it? Well, essentially it's an 8-note sticking, okay? And it's going to take 2 beats to resolve, is typically how you will hear it played, is in 16th notes. And so the first beat is just going to be right, left, right, right. Now, if you know your rudiments, you know that's what? It's a paradiddle, okay? So right, left, right, right. The second sticking that's butted up against that is an inversion of a paradiddle, okay? So a paradiddle, any rudiment, no matter its inversion, is still considered that rudiment. So if the paradiddle's reversed, it's still a paradiddle. If it's inverted, it's still a paradiddle. An inverted paradiddle would mean it's turned inside on itself. So the diddle is in the middle. And that's what's going to happen with this second sticking. So the first sticking is right, left, right, right. Then we're going to go into the second sticking of left, right, right, left. You'll see that that can very easily lend itself to a backbeat because the left hand lands on the downbeat of 2. So let's do that. Let's take and put a backbeat on the downbeat of 2 and the downbeat of 4. Now, of course, once we have a backbeat, we want to add some kick drum just to make a groove out of this. So I'm going to add a kick drum on the 1, the and of 1, and the E of 2. And then I'm going to repeat that. So it's going to be a 2-beat groove. So it's going to be 1 and 2, E and a, 3 and 4, E and a. That's fun and that's all good and well, but I tell my students all the time, it's not what you learn, it's what you do with what you learn. So I don't want to give a lesson and have you learn that verbatim and that be just the only way you play it. I want the lessons to be a catalyst, and so I try to build especially my online lessons for my members in a way that they're a catalyst so that when they learn this skill, I give them all these other skills to start putting it through a method and creating with it. And that's what I want you to do with this. So I'm going to tag on just a couple of ways that I real quick came up with of ways that you can utilize this King Kong beat. You heard them at the beginning of this video, and I'll play them again for you. And again, these are just some that I came up with right before I shot this, just to show you how versatile this is. And really, it just shows how much it's ingrained itself into my playing. If you dig this lesson, you like this groove, you learned a little something from it, hit that thumbs up button and go share it with another drummer that you think it could help too. As well, if you like this lesson, you'll love the Drum Better Daily program. It's a comprehensive online drum lesson program. If you're getting all of your drum knowledge from YouTube, you're really missing out because there's a wealth of knowledge out there. There's a $1 7-day trial going on. You can follow the link below this to get that. You can also hang out with me on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, here on YouTube, I already said that, Instagram, or you can sign up for the email list because I send down weekly blasts with free music and tips and updates and things that are happening. But regardless of what you do, I'll see you here in the next video.